I am here with my third guest today, and so I'd like you all to welcome Scott Polenz. Hello, Scott. Thank you for joining us today.
Nice to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. And getting through this with me, I like it. It's a good thing.
Are you warmed up by now?
Yeah, I'm getting warmed up. Now I'm getting warmed up. All right. So, Scott, you're going to have a lot of fun helping us through this one. So, tell me about your services.
Just make it a therapy session.
Here we go. We're going to just make this a therapy session and have some fun. All right, so tell me what it is that you do and tell our viewers
Certainly.
What it is that you do.
I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and that is basically, people assume that means that we just work with families or couples or for marriage therapy, but we work with individuals, couples, groups, families. There's an association, which I'm the president of right now. It's called the California Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, Central San Joaquin Valley Chapter. Long word, long name.
That's a long name.
It's a long name.
Try to remember that one.
So, but what we do is I'm here sort of just to promote the benefits of therapy and try to destigmatize. I was on with Chuck Leonard last year, and we were talking about doing this too. So now it's, and what we're going to be actually doing is on the Clovis Rodeo Parade, we're actually going to be on a float. Still don't know how it's going to come together, but therapists are going to be on this float with hay bales and cowboy hats and the whole bit.
You got to have your cowboy hat.
And I'm looking forward to it because I really want to bring a message out to Clovis and the residents of the Central Valley that therapy is for anyone. It's for you and for me and for everyone we know, and it's not just for crazy people, and and it's does not cost a fortune. There's so many new insurances now that I wanted to just kind of put it out there that you probably could get therapy for $10, $20 copay, and that's pretty affordable, and that's good trained quality therapists. So
that's fantastic.
I'm here to promote that and a couple other things that we're doing too.
Wonderful. Well, tell me how long have you been a therapist?
I knew you were going to ask that question. In 1989, so I think I was calculated 26 years. It's a long time.
That's all right. We don't have to add the numbers.
Okay, you said that.
Long time. He's got some experience going on.
That's a lot. I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. I learned a lot from my clients.
So tell me how you got started in this. The therapy session has turned around, by the way.
There's a process. Obviously, you go to graduate school, and then you have to do 3,000 hours of interning.
Okay.
And that takes a long time. But by the time, and then you have to take the state boards.
Right.
And when I was going back in the day, we had to do a written and an oral. Now they don't do the oral anymore. That's kind of nerve-wracking. But basically, in that process, you learn. By then you know if you're wanting to do this, if you feel like you have a knack for it.
Right.
And just like a calling, it's like a passion. So then I've been doing it since. And
fantastic. Now mostly here in the Central Valley?
Well, actually, I've been here a year and a half in Fresno. I'm from LA.
Okay.
I did the rest. I studied and got my license and everything, and I had my practice in LA. Los Angeles, but I came here because I have my parents here, and they're aging, and it's like family, and it's like a lot of support, and it's really cool. I'm actually liking Fresno. It's maneuverable.
Absolutely.
I can't listen to anybody complain about traffic here in Fresno. Not from LA.
No. So, this is true. Yeah. This is true. So, how can you help our brides and grooms? So, tell me a little bit about the marriage counseling that you provide that would be beneficial to our brides and viewers.
Absolutely. It's really actually kind of interesting. I'm going to be working with this my colleague Kelly Winter as an intern. She's working for me, and she's got some ideas for, she calls them premarital and remarital groups.
Okay.
So pre meaning you're not married, but re is like maybe you've divorced and found someone else, and so we're going to focus on that. And she's got a great plan for that. It's like about a 10-week course that we're going to really be promoting. But I think it's really important for people, most importantly, to know yourself.
Right.
And then to know your partner. I feel like you really know that person, and you can really know someone only as well as you know yourself. It's kind of an interesting thing. So that's what I promote. I just like, this is something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Let's like really sure that this is something that you're ready for, and that you're covering all the bases, and you guys are on the same page, things like that. It does help. Actually, I think the statistics show that when there's premarital therapy, it can really iron out some wrinkles.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, so you mentioned you have a 10-week course. Do you have shorter courses? Because I know that sometimes, we get calls for last-minute brides that have, all right, we're getting married in 3 months. And
Sure.
so that's not really a lot of time to add into their busy work schedules and
Correct.
planning process, marital counseling or therapy.
Right.
So what other kinds of sessions can you offer, or will you have different packages for them?
What's really nice is this can be very custom designed.
Custom?
Yeah.
We like custom.
So you got a couple that's coming in and say, we just want to run over a couple things before our wedding next Tuesday.
Right,
We can
right,
do that.
okay.
Or we can, people can come in and we work with them and say, what do you think are some of your problem areas or what you want to work on? And really, so it could be 1 week, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months. It could be anything we can really work. Depends on the person and the couple that comes in.
Right, fantastic. Well, and I think people like the idea that they're not maybe stuck in, okay, we have an option of 8 weeks or 10 weeks or 12 weeks.
Absolutely.
We can do just a shorter amount of time if that's what fits into their schedule. Because you can probably, if I can assume correctly, that they can continue
Absolutely.
services after the wedding, which a lot of times I think what I find is that a lot of brides who, some of them are at home until they get married. And so once you get married, then you're like, okay, now I'm a wife and here I go. What am I supposed to do now? And how do you adapt to that married life? And so you can probably assist them in those areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And give them a lot of help.
And talk with them about their
smooth it out.
expectations is a
Right.
big thing, and
Right.
how things are going to be different, and you have to kind of look at yourself differently. And I think it's really important that couples talk and we learn to communicate. The number one word that people come in and saying is, we need to learn how to communicate. That's a vast topic, but
I can
clearly
imagine.
to have some tools and some areas of interest and recognizing what maybe your blind spots might be can really be helpful.
Right. How do people contact you? Do you have a website? Why don't you tell us that?
Well, I think it's listed underneath the
Okay.
picture here, but my phone number is there too, 227-5500. It's a pretty easy number.
Okay, fantastic.
And that's the best way to reach me. You leave me a message and I'll get back to you. But then for the association, what we're doing for the bigger picture is the website's also underneath the
wonderful.
picture here
Okay.
for that, and it's our chapter of our state association.
Okay.
So we got a lot of people that are working hard on trying to promote and normalize coming in and talking with someone.
Okay, wonderful. And so you said you have some other events that you do, or that are coming up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
To talk a little bit about the Clovis Rodeo Parade.
You said a little
We're
bit
gonna
about
do that.
You're going to be on that parade?
I'm going to be. We're going to be cowboys and cowgirl therapists
I like
on that
it.
place, and that we're looking forward to that. We do trainings each month for our own members, for the licensed and pre-licensed therapists, and
Okay.
to get the continuing education that way. One of the things that we're also getting involved in right now is called Circles Fresno. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a national program that has chosen Fresno as one of the cities to elevate and to motivate about 20 families out of poverty into middle-class socioeconomic comfort level. And it's covering everything from medical to accounting, to all these different skills and tools. And so we, as our association, I'm kind of donating our therapists to
Right.
work with these families for about 18 months.
Wonderful.
So I'm
Wow.
really excited. Fresno needs that, and
Right.
that's one of the things I'm really glad about we're doing.
That's really exciting. I bet that took
Yeah.
a lot to get
It's
going.
meaningful, yeah.
Wonderful. Now, do you do home visits, or do people come to you?
99% they come to me. That we're doing more and more teletherapy,
Okay.
like Skyping or
Skyping.
special video, or there's other video programs that we can do that. Once in a while in the past, I've gone to either hospitals or home visits if my client can absolutely not make it, and it would be, I feel like it's imperative. But it's not something I do very often. I don't think as a rule we do it. It just kind of shifts the whole dynamic a little bit. But
Okay. So you have an office here in Fresno?
I do. I'm on Shaw.
Wonderful. And where's that at?
It's on Shaw between Fruit and West.
Okay,
Yeah.
so close to the Fig Garden area a little
Very
bit.
close, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, well,
That went fast.
Scott, I can't thank you enough for sharing your information with our viewers, and hopefully our brides and grooms will take advantage of your services and really try to create a stronger marriage.
Sure.
And especially in the beginning, start it strong,
Yeah.
because you want to stay that way.
Yeah, like the first year goes, but then after that it gets a little challenging.
Sometimes it gets challenging.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right, we'll be right back. Thank you.